How's everyone doing? I'm back here again for another video, and in this video I'm showing off the latest item that I've added to my Halloween collection. Now I've already shown off this figure. I showed off in a video on my main channel, Dead by Dawn 93, but I haven't done a video showing it off on this channel, and so I decided to do it. But before I show it off, I do want to talk a bit about how I got it. Now this has been a figure that I've wanted for such a long time. I've seen people show it off in videos. I've, just seen, just everybody have this in their Halloween collection, and it has been one figure that I've always wanted. But they're always so expensive online on eBay. I've seen this figure go for over $200, which is way out of my price range for a figure. But my mom's boyfriend's friend, has a huge collection of Movie Maniacs figures. He has, I think, everyone from the first and second series, and he, I've known him for a few years, and he's given me a couple figures. Like, he gave me the Leatherface Movie Maniacs figure, and I've always told him that, Michael Myers is my favorite, and I've always wanted any Michael Myers figures, and recently, well, not too recently, it's been a few months, but a few months back, he asked me, if there was any figures that I was interested in, and I told him, of course, Michael Myers, and he said that he had one mint in the box, and he sent me a picture of it, and it was the one that I've always wanted. Now, he didn't know how much these figures go for. He just mostly collected them throughout the years, but he never really looked. He knew that they go for some money, but he didn't know how much. And so I was kind of apprehensive to tell him, but I basically just told him that, I've seen this figure go for over $200 in the box. I remember when I looked on eBay, the last figure that I saw sold for $225, and so he said, you know what, I'm going to do you a deal. I'm going to give it to you for $120. Which I thought was a really good price for this figure. So without further ado, let me go ahead and show it off. And here we go. This is the Movie Maniacs sensor activated 18-inch Michael Myers. Let me give you guys a look at it. I know that it's kind of bright. I know that the light is shining off the plastic. But let me give you guys a close-up. Yeah, guys, this has just been a figure that I've been wanting for such a long time, and I'm so happy to finally own it. He does have blood on him, and I do have the other Movie Maniacs 18-inch Michael, and then I have the Movie Maniacs. I forget how tall the other figure is. But I have done a video showing that off. But I do have the other 18-inch that has the switch on the back where if you switch it, it plays the Halloween theme. But this one was the one that I've always wanted. This was the one that I knew was, more expensive and is the rarer of the two. I remember when Spencer's Gifts used to sell Movie Maniacs figures. And you could get, like, the Michael Myers Movie Maniacs. I remember you could get the, the set where he's carrying Annie, excuse me. He's carrying Annie. And I think that's I couldn't remember if it was the model kit. I know that there is a model kit that is super rare now, but I remember you could get that at Spencer's Gifts, and I knew you could also get like Leatherface, the 18-inch figure. And I've gotten almost all of them. I've gotten all of my 18-inch figures I've gotten from Spencer's Gifts, except for this one. I've gotten, of course, my other Michael Myers. I've gotten, my Pinhead, my Ash from Army of Darkness. But this was the one that I remember seeing and remember wanting. So I've been wanting this figure for years. And I'm just so happy I got it, and I got it for such a good price. Now the box is not in the best shape. It is a little bit damaged right here, and down a little bit right here. So it's not in the perfect condition as far as the box. But I mean, you really can't find these in mint condition. And if you do, you're probably going to pay a bit much for them. Like I said, I've seen this figure sell for over $200. I've seen it sell outside of the box for that much. So the fact that I have it in the box, he's in mint condition, and he just looks amazing. This is definitely my favorite favorite figure in my collection now. Let me show you guys the rest of the box. There's the front right here. It just says Halloween. Picture of Michael right there, and of course the classic pumpkin knife. Turn him on his side. Movie Maniacs 18-inch. Another image of Michael. And here's Michael, and then there's Freddy right here, which I do have. I don't have the sensor activated, but I do have the one where if you flip the or you push the button on his, or flip the switch on his back, and he plays he says lines from the film. Here's the top right here. And then the side's the same. There's just a different image of Michael on the side right there. Not much on the bottom. It just says HalloweenMovie.com. And in the back is just advertisements for other figures. But yeah, like I said, Mike's friend, his name is Tony. He had Edward Scissorhands. He had the Thing. I think he had the Blair one, and I forget what the other one he had. He had the Austin Powers figures. He had the King Kong set. He had Escape from LA or Escape from New York. He had the Fly. He has so many of them, and I want to get a few more from him. If there were two of them that I asked him to set aside, yeah, there's an image of Michael right there. But yeah, guys, this was definitely the main one. And when he said that he had this and he was willing to sell it to me, and he sent me, because originally he wasn't going to. I remember a while back when I met him, I want to say it's been a few years, but a few years back, I said I really wanted some Movie Maniacs figures, and the main one I wanted was, of course, Michael Myers, because he's my all-time favorite. And he basically told me that he looked on eBay and he knew how much they went for, and he said that there really wasn't. He knew that at that point he didn't want to sell it because he knew how much that they went for, or he knew in the ballpark how much. He didn't know the exact price. He knew how much people wanted for them, I think. But when he sent me the picture of this and he told me, hey, just be honest with me and tell me, how much it's been sold for, and I told him that the last one that I saw sold for like $225. And that is just people bidding on them. That's not necessary. That's not what the person was asking for it. Because there's always a difference between what a person wants for it and what a person will actually pay. And in my opinion, if you're bidding on something, you got competition with someone else, so I do think that you might pay more than what you were willing to pay for an item. That's why I don't really bid on a lot of, I don't really bid on eBay for anything, because, there's just never a, you're always taking a chance of not getting it or paying too much for it. So I basically just told him what I've seen people pay for it. I mean, I know there's some people that, want more. I've seen my other 18-inch figure that I have, the one, where you just flake on the back. I've seen that go I've seen that, someone trying to sell it for like $400 or something, or like something like that. It's like a crazy amount. Mine's not in the box because I actually got him before I knew, to keep these in the box. And of course I don't just collect things because I think they're going to be worth something someday and I need to keep them in the box. It's just that usually whenever I take something out of the box, it gets damaged. Like my Freddy Krueger figure is damaged, and my Pinhead figure, well, no, my Pinhead figure is fine, but my Ash figure from Army of Darkness is damaged as well. And it's because I took them out of the box, and of course I got them when I was younger, so I didn't know any better, and they have gotten damaged. But I don't get these just to be like, oh, I got something super rare and super, I get them because I love collecting. I love collecting these figures. I love the films. I love Michael Myers. I love Halloween. I love horror, and that's why I want these figures, and it's just, and just having them still in the box is just an extra. If he just had this out of the box, I would have probably still gotten it. I probably wouldn't have paid as much as I did for it, but I would have still gotten it because it's still an amazing figure. And I personally think that these Movie Maniacs 18-inch figures are the best looking Michael Myers figures. I've seen a lot of other Michael figures come out over the years, and they just don't look as screen accurate as this one. I think that this one looks, this one and the other one, the other 18-inch, and the Movie Maniacs figure, I think they look the most screen accurate out of all the Michael Myers figures that I've seen. There's a lot of other ones that come out, and I just don't get a lot of the new ones because I don't think they look that good. Some of them look really good, and just some of them don't. But in my opinion, I think that this one is definitely the most screen accurate figure that I've seen, in my opinion. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to do this video. Like I said, I have done a video showing this off and the other figures that I got from Tony in a video months back on my channel, and I've been meaning to do a separate video showing it off onto this channel. So I wanted to go ahead and do that and give you guys, sort of a close-up and, just say that I have it, figure I've always wanted. So happy to have it. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. I will be doing another video coming up. I actually have two Michael Myers phone cases that I do plan on showing off, which are pretty cool. So I do plan on doing a video showing those off. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think about this figure. Is it one that you own? Is it one that you've always wanted? Because I know that so many Halloween fans have this figure, and so many Halloween fans want this figure because I think that this is, like I said, this is the best looking one, and I think that this is one of the best figures of Michael Myers, if not the best figure that I've seen or is out there. So anyway, guys, let me know down below what you guys think. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope everyone has a great weekend.